Tomorrow Never Dies. Tomorrow Never Dies was released in 1997 and is directed by Roger Spottisewoode and stars Pierce Brosnan in his second outing as an iconic character, James Bond. The film stars Michelle Yeoh, Terri Hatcher, with Jonathan Pryce and Judi Dench. And basically, in this film, we have this medium mogul, this big bad Bond film played by Jonathan Pryce in the film, who essentially wants to ignite war between the UK and China, at the same time, the complete global control over the media. So, Bond, once again played by Pierce Brosnan in the film, is sent on a mission to go and stop Jonathan Pryce's big bad Bond film before it's too late. However, on the mission, Bond meets Michelle Yeoh's character, who's also a secret agent trying to stop Jonathan Pryce's character. So, together, Bond and Michelle Yeoh's character work together to try and stop Jonathan Pryce's big bad Bond film before it's too late. And as you can imagine, a lot of complications start to occur. And that's basically the plot of Tomorrow Never Dies. And honestly, when I sat down to watch this Bond film last night, I was a bit worried. Because honestly, I didn't like GoldeneEye at all. That was the previous Bond film before this. I didn't like GoldeneEye. I thought that was a bad film with some redeeming qualities, I must admit. But honestly, I didn't like GoldeneEye at all. I thought it was really disappointing and honestly boring, which I didn't expect to say about a Bond film ever. So, I sat down to watch Tomorrow Never Dies with a bit of worry, because I wasn't sure I was going to like it or not. And honestly, I was really hoping to like it. And what I'm going to say about this film is this. If you step back and look at this Bond film, it's messy. It's all over the place. It's silly, it's stupid, logic has gone out the window so far than ever before in this film. Honestly, I don't even think logic exists in this film. And at the same time, though, this film has, action sequence after action sequence after action sequence after action sequence after action sequence in this film. There's so many action sequences in the film. At the same time, though, like I said, it's just plain silly. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. Honestly, I would, because I enjoyed the hell out of this Bond film. I really did. I mean, that's not to say it doesn't have some glaring problems. First of all, I'm going to talk about some of my problems with this film. First of all, Michelle Yeoh. She gives off a great performance in the film. I really liked watching Michelle Yeoh in this film. My pronouncing name will probably am, by the way. And she's great in the film. But every one of her lines of dialogue looked like it's been overdubbed and badly. And they kind of get on my nerves in a few stages in the film, must admit. At the same time, though, Terri Hatcher is also great as the other Bond girl in the film. But when we first meet her character, it's like, oh, Bond, it's nice to see you again. I was like, are you meant to know who you are? Because honestly, I don't recognise you. And at the same time, though, Jonathan Pryce is also great as a big bad Bond for this film. I really liked his performance. I also really like the fact that Jonathan Pryce was in there. I never thought I'd see Jonathan Pryce in a Bond film, but here we are. And it was really nice to see him in there as well. But the thing is with Jonathan Pryce in the film, every time he gives like an evil monologue, because he is a big bad Bond film, at the end of the evil monologue, he just says delicious at the end. I'm like, that's your phrase in the film. I like, seriously, I don't find that threatening when you're saying delicious at the end of an evil monologue. And at the same time, though, I didn't really like the Bond song for this film, I must admit. I thought it was a bit of a naff Bond song. I wasn't that memorable, and I just didn't really like it. At the same time, though, like I said, it is silly, it is stupid. And there are so many action sequences in the film. Like, literally, it was almost like the director was like, you want to put an action sequence in here? Yeah. You want to put another action sequence in here? Yeah. Want to put another action sequence in here? Yeah. Hey, we haven't had another action sequence for 2 minutes. Want to put another one in here? You know what? Yes! And that's what it kind of seems like in the film. But I'm gonna be honest, I enjoyed the hell out of this Bond film. And I think that it all goes down to the fact that this Bond film has such a fantastic orchestral musical score by the one and only David Arnold. Honestly, if David Arnold didn't compose the music for this film and it was a different composer, I don't think I'd like this film as much as I did. But honestly, there were so many action sequences in the film where you just had the Bond theme going in the background, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da, in the best way possible. At the same time, the score is soaring throughout the film. There's so many moments of like, yes, David Arnold, not only is he going off the John Barry scores, which I like quite a lot. I mean, John Barry up to this point is my favourite Bond composer. Not only is he using like things from when, John Barry used to compose the Bond films, he's also, playing on his own Bond themes. He's also doing something like that's really exciting, really thrilling, and there's so many stupid action sequences in the film which are just made so much better because of David Arnold's fantastic Bond musical score for this film. Honestly, it really is like there's this whole car chase sequence in the film which is unbelievably stupid. Like Bond is controlling his car via this like phone-like gadget which he's got in his hand because all these machine guns are trying to shoot him down, so he can't actually drive the car, so he's controlling from like this phone-like gadget. And basically, it's such a stupid action sequence. But you have David Arnold's Bond score going in the background, like in the best way possible. Like it's such an energetic Bond score, and that's going on in the background. I'm like, yes, this Bond action sequence shouldn't work. It just shouldn't work. But because of the music score, it does. And there's so many other action sequences like that in the film. There's one action sequence in particular where, Bond and Michelle Yeoh's character on this bike and they're trying to get away from helicopter, and this helicopter literally chase them on this motorbike. And again, it's such a stupid Bond action sequence. But it works because of the David Arnold Bond score. It works because you have this really soaring Bond score going in the background, which is just so fun to listen to, so energetic. I'm like, yep, now I'm watching a Bond film and now I'm enjoying it. That's what makes me enjoy a Bond film. That's what made me enjoy this Bond film so much. The fact that you had this fantastic orchestral musical score going on by David Arnold in the background was just like, yes, now I'm watching a Bond film and now, you know what, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And that's what I felt with this film. Honestly, if David Ayer didn't compose this film, I probably wouldn't like it as much as I did. But the fact is, he did, and so many moments, even the dull moments, had this really interesting score in the background. And I think, really, my liking of this film all comes down to the David Ayer Bond score. And that's not to say that I don't like other things in this film. I think Pierce Brosnan's performance as Bond in the film is 10 times better than it was in GoldeneEye. And he was one of the things I actually liked about GoldeneEye. I quite like Pierce Brosnan's performance in GoldeneEye. But honestly, in this film, his performance is so much better. He's come to his own as Bond. He really has. Like, one scene earlier in the film, he's a bit funny with Q. Once again, played by the wonderful Desmond Llewellyn. It's always nice to see Desmond Llewellyn in the Bond films. It's always nice to see him there as Q. And, there's one funny sequence with him earlier in the film, but then you jump to about, like, the second act of the film, the middle of the film, and he has this really serious scene, Pierce Brosnan as Bond, and that's worked, the fact that he can go from funny and just a bit, silly and everything, to a very serious scene, one scene involving Terri Hatcher's Bond girl, which worked really, really well. I really like Pierce Brosnan's performance as Bond in the film. Again, by no means the best Bond, that's not what I'm saying, but his performance in the film was far better than his performance in GoldeneEye. And here's one of the things I actually liked about GoldeneEye. I mean, I have a lot of problems with that film, but he was actually one of the things I liked about the film. At the same time, though, Jonathan Baker showed up again in this film, which is a bit weird. Like I said before, I'm a GoldeneEye review. Jonathan Baker actually played the villain in The Living Daylights, which is only about 3 films ago now, in the Bond franchise. And then he showed up again in, GoldeneEye. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? And at the same time, though, he showed up in this one. I was like, why is he still here? Why did he bring him back? And he's only in one scene, but it was a bit annoying, I must admit, to see Jonathan Baker in there again. But it didn't bother me too much. At the same time, though, all the performances are really good in the film. Like I said, Michelle Yeoh is great in the film. Again, I'm not pronouncing her name, I probably am, but she is great in the film. Just the lines of dialogue she gave him just look so clearly overdone. I was a bit like, same time though, Terri Hatcher is great, the Bond girl. I really like Jonathan Pryce in the film as a big bad Bond villain. I just wish he would give him a better phrase than delicious. But still, he was really fun to watch. And at the same time though, Judi Dench is brilliant as M in the film. I also like seeing Judi Dench in his Bond films because it's threading the seeds for the late Daniel Craig Bond films like Spectre and Skyfall. And although I have already seen those films a couple of years ago now, I don't remember them that well, and I will go on to them in the channel. But I have already seen Skyfall and Spectre, I just don't remember that one. But I remember Judi Dench being in Skyfall, and so it's kind of threading the seeds. And I kind of like that, Judi Dench is starting to be in Bond now, it's threading the scene to the later Bond film. And I quite like seeing Judi Dench in this film, I must admit. And yes, this Bond film is just silly. Logic has gone out the window. Literally, logic in a Bond film doesn't exist at this point in the Bond franchise. But, you know what? I don't care. Yes, it's silly, yes, it's stupid, but it's fun stupid. I was watching it thinking, I don't care that, if I step back and look at this, it's not working so many places. Like, where did this character come from? This part doesn't work at all. Where the pacing's all off and everything. I don't care that it doesn't work though, because it was so enjoyable to watch. I sat there with a huge smile on my face, like, this is what I want from a Bond film. I don't care that it's not working. I don't care that it's not a fantastic film, because I wouldn't even say that it's that good of a film, but the fact is, it was enjoyable. That's what I took from it. It was just, I sat there in so many sequences in the film thinking, this is such an enjoyable Bond film. And yes, it's not the best, I'm not saying that. Like I said, I wouldn't even say that good of a film, but where it works is where it needs to work for me. In fun Bond action, which is what I missed in GoldeneEye and what I got in this film. Honestly, I was just sit there with, the David Arnold Bond score going in the background, but also not just the main Bond film. He also comes up with loads of other, themes for this film, which work really well. And at the same time, though, they really enjoyable action sequences, which are more enjoyable than they have any right to be because of the Bond musical score. Pierce Brosnan's a better performance than he was in GoldeneEye. At the same time, though, all these other fun performances, and seeing Jonathan Pryce as a Bond villain, which I never expected to see in a Bond franchise. I didn't even know it was in a Bond film, and Jonathan Pryce shows up, and I was like, oh, it's Jonathan Pryce, and that was really good to see. At the same time, though, Judi Dench, I'm so happy that I actually liked this film. After really, I was very cautious about watching the Bond film. I almost didn't. I almost was going to give up on the Bond franchise yet again, because I didn't like GoldeneEye. I'm sorry, if you do, that's fantastic. I didn't like it. And honestly, I sat down to watch this Bond film, really not knowing what to expect. I thought it was going to be something like GoldeneEye, which I honestly just didn't really want. But actually, it was so enjoyable, and that's what I'm going to take from it. By no means a great film, that's not what I'm saying. And by no means even one of the best Bond films, although I must admit I enjoyed it more than most Bond films I've seen. But honestly, it was just so much fun to watch, and that's what I'm going to take from it. Honestly, I enjoyed the hell out of Tomorrow Never Dies, and so, for that reason, I'm going to say that Tomorrow Never Dies, I'm going to say that, I'm going to say it's about a 7.2 out of 10. I mean, like I said, it isn't even that good of a film, but the thing with this Bond film is that I enjoyed it more than some other Bond films I've seen recently, or some other Bond films I've seen in the past entirely. Like, I rated License to Kill a higher rating than this. But to be honest, I enjoyed this film more than License to Kill, because this Bond film has everything you really want from it. It's got those gadgets, it's got this really fantastic car chase, it's got these really fantastic action sequences, and yeah, it's, action sequence after action sequence after action sequence after action sequence. It's like, the director of Watch Your Spottisewoode was sat behind the camera like, you have no action sequence here? And yes, when you step back and look at it, it's not really that good of a film. It's messy, it's convoluted, characters coming out of it, you don't really know where they're going, at the same time though, it is just plain silly, but it's enjoyable. And it was so enjoyable. Like, it wasn't just enjoyable, it was really, really enjoyable. And that's what I liked about it. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of this Bond film, and I'm so happy that I did. Honestly, just the first few moments of the film, even the opening sequence, you just got the Bond score in the background. I'm like, oh, I don't want to enjoy this. I'm starting to enjoy this. Okay, I'm really enjoying this now. And then literally, when I got to about this 20-minute mark in the film, I was like, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. And then it just got more and more fun as the film progressed. Yes, it's stupid. Yes, it just takes over Bond ideas and doesn't really use them in the best way possible. That's this whole submarine thing in the first film, which is like straight off, was it? This Spy Love Me. And at the same time, though, it's all over the place. But you know what? It was fun, it's exciting, and it was thrilling. And I think that all goes down to the fantastic David Arnold Bond score for this film, which I think if that wasn't in this film, I wouldn't like it as much as I did. But the fact is, it's in there, and I really like the music score for this Bond film. Yeah, sure, it's not one of the best Bond films. I wouldn't even say it was that good of a film, but I enjoyed the hell out of this film. I really did. I sat there from start to finish with a huge smile on my face. Well, almost from start to finish, but you get my point. I sat there through most of the film with a smile on my face, thoroughly invested and thoroughly enjoying it. And so, all in all, I'm going to say that Tomorrow Never Dies is a 7.2 out of 10 from me. Anyway guys, what do you think of Tomorrow Never Dies? Do you hate it, or have you just not watched it? And if not, why not? Please do comment down below, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway guys, still watching and reviewing the Bond films right now, so look forward to my next Bond film review, which is The World Is Not Enough, coming very, very soon on this channel. Anyway guys, thank you as always for watching, and if you haven't yet, please do click down below and like and subscribe on the video, and look forward to many more, both film and TVs, coming very, very soon on this channel. See you guys again soon, but bye for now, bye!